A recent HR blog from Spotify claimed that all eyes are on HR as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Why is that, and what can HR do about it? I'm Natal Dank from PXO Culture, and we help you achieve business success through people success. To gain some insights on this topic, today I'm speaking with Tom Hark from the HR Trend Institute, who look at the latest trends and then help HR and business gain more impact as a result. Stick around to the end of the video where we'll give you a simple, easy to implement practical tip that you can do tomorrow in regards to the topic. Hi Tom, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great, thanks for joining us. So what's your thoughts? This Spotify blog said all eyes are on HR. What's going on here? Why are we in the spotlight as a result of the coronavirus pandemic?
I think, one, it's good that all eyes are on HR. Secondly, I think that if you look at the issues organizations are dealing with at this moment, and many of those issues are issues where HR can contribute a lot. And I will mention a few on my list. One is, you could say, survival. And many organizations are in survival mode. How do we make sure that we keep our productivity levels? How do we make sure that we exist later on? So that's number one. Number two is about, and connected to the first one, it's about innovation. The world is changing, the market is changing. How can we make sure that with our services, products, that we still are relevant? Innovation. And the third one, I would call resilience. We are in a crisis. We have seen that we are not able to adapt so quickly. How can we, new crisis will come, how can we make sure we become more resilient as an organization and as people in organizations? And the term is resilience. What I like maybe a little bit more is anti-fragile. Taleb has written a nice book, Anti-Fragile, a long time ago. But anti-fragile is, how can you bounce back at a higher level? You could, in a sense, benefit from crisis situations. And the last issues many organizations have to focus on is well-being.
Yeah.
Well-being of staff, well-being of clients, but also well-being wider in society. How can we make sure our people are safe? How can we make sure, even in these times, our people feel connected to the organization? So all those issues, you don't need a lot of imagination if you can say, well, to all of those issues, HR can contribute a lot.
Definitely. And what I think is interesting there is that there's a business element, so survival, innovation, driving resilience, but also this human element, which is the well-being. So it's an interesting combination that I think HR are perfect to deliver value for. But what's your thoughts? What kind of skills and knowledge does HR need to deliver value in these areas? Do we have it, or do we need to develop this?
Yeah, nothing new in a sense. If you hear my list, I will mention my list. I think the COVID-19 crisis acts in a sense as an incubator, as an accelerator. There's more eyes on HR, so we have to deliver quicker. It's not what type of skills do you need in the future. It's the type of skills you need now. Yeah, and I will mention a few. One is client focus. Look outside. What are the needs of the clients of our organization? And whether it's whether you're a private company or a public company, I don't think that makes a difference. What keeps our clients awake? What are their expectations? Second, it's about analytics. Do you know what's going on? Do you measure? Do you use scientific insights? What works? What doesn't work? Number two. Number three is it needs to be fast. Fast implementation. And with agile working, using design thinking, and the combination of that enables us to work faster.
Yeah.
You need that skill set. And number 4 is a little bit connected to the first one, but you should also constantly look not only at your own organization, but also what is happening outside. How can we contribute as organizations to a better world, in a sense?
Yeah, definitely. That outside in perspective,
Yeah.
I think, is so important. And I really like that you've focused on the need to deliver value to the end customer. So not just the employee,
No.
but how do we help employees be great to then deliver through to the customer that's in the market? I think that's so important. So what, in talking to different HR teams and looking at different organizations over the last few months, have you seen any good examples of this, Tom, of how people are demonstrating these skills and this knowledge, and kind of some good case studies around this?
Yeah, absolutely. For example, I've seen quite some companies that have increased measurement and increased surveying. Yeah, already starting in March. They said, well, there's a crisis coming up. We need to measure more frequently. You could say more or less real time. Our employees are working from home. So the danger is that we lose touch with our employees. So ask them more often, hey, how are you doing? How can we help you? But not only for that purpose, but also for the purpose of collecting data to see where things are going good. There are teams, there are individuals that might be flourishing in a crisis situation. They say, well, here we go. And they deliver faster, they deliver better. And there are people and individuals that suffer, that are not performing as they did in the past. So how can we use what some teams are doing, the findings of some teams, to let other teams cope in a better way? So data collection, and I saw quite some good examples of that. The second example I would like to mention is a company where it's a smaller company in the financial services area that already had on their list of, you could say, company values. Let's be kind, and they really kind of emphasize that again in the current COVID-19 situation. Let's be kind to each other. So let's help each other. Let's not be too strict. Let's show that we care. And they did all kinds of simple things like sending people little tokens of appreciation, but also connecting to people. So let's be kind. I think that's a good example. Super simple, but yeah, you can use it.
Yeah, no, I really like it. I really like it. And I think connecting onto those two is what people can take away from today. So really simple, practical tips is to check in with people on a more one-to-one basis. So you get that data, what's happening for you, but also that be kind focus. So I've heard of HR teams that have called people up just to, okay, how are you? You're working from home now. Is this working for you? Or do we need to actually give you more support? There's also been teams that have sent care packages to the home, so face masks or something that's going to help them in their everyday. And again, how do we just do that on a simple level, get it done quickly? As you said, the focus now is on speed. But also, if you're noticing that in video calls, someone's not turning on their video, or they're not kind of checking in all the time, go and check in with them separately. What's going on for you? Can we be of more support? So this idea of making sure we keep that human element alive as we focus on how our business is going and also driving that innovation. So getting that balance. Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today, Tom. It was great to speak with you. Always love your insights. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button to make sure you get the next episode in our series, and please leave us a comment about what you want us to focus on next. Thanks for your time.